in Sacramento at a home of a really nice group of folks that are having a variety of different bits of activity. I'm not really sure what all of their claims are, except for it was just too much as far as what I understand. But I think from what I've sensed thus far, I feel sort of like I'm on a tilt-a-whirl, like it's really unbalanced here. It's a lot of, I feel like there's like a river or something flowing under the house, and I know that's not what's happening, but it's what it feels like. And we need to get some answers for this group of nice young folks. They are really sweet seeming people, and they just want a little peace of mind. Not everybody in the group has had experiences. Some have. Some are having more intense experiences. I sensed in one of the individuals a lot of innate ability, and everything is being drawn to her, and some of it's very aggressive and intense and causing nightmares and causing uncomfortability. And then some of the spirits just want help. And we kind of need to give peace of mind to both the living and the dead in this instance. Like everybody kind of needs to go in the right corners, in the right spaces, because the vibration here, it's feeling like 1,000 tops are just spinning in 1,000 different directions all over the place, and nobody can feel settled. Nobody can feel at ease and at peace and at home. It's not quiet. It's not quiet. And then the mind, it's making their minds not quiet. And again, some of the people aren't having experiences, so they're just feeling, what they're feeling is a lot of, I want to help, I want to fix, I want to take care of it. They feel sad for everyone who's having the problems. So there's a portal. So they're telling you that there's a portal here, and we kind of need to do something about that. This location has a lot happening, but there's sort of a convergence happening because one of the people is what I would consider probably unknowingly a profound medium. So there's a little bit of like learn the gifts and tune them down so it's not overrunning, because a lot of the dead from everywhere are attracted. But there seems to be something that happened very close to here that is affecting the land or the property. Somebody, like, I want to say there's like a death right back in here of some kind or nearby, very, very close. I think we should probably... I picked it up too. I looked outside. It's really close by? Yeah. Whatever happened is down here. Down there? Okay. Yeah. We're going to do the inside of the house and then the outside. There's some, yeah, it's right out there that's very close. Maybe that's the one that got stabbed. I don't know. Okay.
That's the stabbing part?
This is uncomfortable. What the hell's going on out here? This is not right.
Everybody who has stayed in that area, it's actually converted garage.
Okay.
It's that door out front is a false door.
Okay.
And
it's painful as hell.
From the experiences that everybody's had, everybody who moves into that room ends up acting really kind of angrily.
Yeah, and violent. Yeah, this seems like people are kicking each other's asses up in there.
These are people that were like loving, very caring people, really genuinely like kind of just nice people before they moved into the house.
Maybe we should, we're going to have to cleanse the hell out of that.
All right, open the door.
Take a look.
Might as well go look at the horribleness.
Oh, shit.
Okay, well, good. I've got the fling holy water down in there. Yeah, now that's why.
The storage area.
Oh, boy.
I can see why they would make it storage, because who the hell wants to stay in this? Oh, holy shit, it's ringing.
Yeah,
It's
big
like,
time
I feel like
ringing.
we got hit in the head with a bell.
Wow.
It's a little blurry on the SLR. SLR's having trouble focusing on it.
I've been hearing like sounds like bells.
Oh.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's validated that she hears the bells too. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's loud.
Okay, I'm done with this.
Oh, okay.
I can't.
Everybody out of here.
Everybody out. I can't. That is horrifying.
No, man.
Holy, oh my gosh, that's just no. Pass on it. I'm so sad in here. I'm very sad in here.
Yeah.
Oh, it's very, I want to cry in here. Oh man.
It feels very serious in here, doesn't it?
It's very sad. The dog is actually bringing up the energy, which is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like the residual, like on the space, is just like very tearful.
Very sad. There's not a sad dog right there, though.
You're beautiful. I shall want to get photos of you later. Light energy and your love energy and your positivity and everything that like you have going for you, that you're such a being of light, and they are literally leeching it out of you.
How are you doing,
Like,
sweetie?
do you get pain in your chest, like tightness?
I've gotten tightness in my chest. I was throwing up every day for.
So that stomach pain I was feeling, maybe that
Yeah.
was yours.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've just been. Oh, I can't.
You're just going through
Don't
a
even
lot.
think about it. It's
I feel
horrible.
like they're hitting on all of your chakras, and they're just threading stuff out of like all of the parts of
It's
you.
been crazy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
That's what I felt like in the garage. I
It's
wanted
not.
to throw up.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
yeah. This
Standing in
is
the hallway.
No accident. They're using that as storage.
I feel a lot of right in the groin area hurts. Like I feel like
Well, that's really interesting now.
I feel like I'm being stabbed in the groin. Ow! Gee, what the Jiminy Christmas? What is that? That really hurts. Like feels like something just going.
That's not nice.
And I feel but it's weird. Also, my crown feels like it's like
How you doing,
spinning and
baby?
twirling and like doing this,
Mm-hmm.
but the bottom half of me feels ripped out.
Yeah, this room actually bothers me more than any of the others.
Hmm.
Problem right about out there.
That's where I picked up the
Yeah.
the murder.
There's somebody that
Murder,
died. Yeah, right up in there.
They didn't just died. I mean, they
Ooh.
died.
Mhm.
What's the difference?
A little bit of, yeah.
Yeah, you're getting close to the portal. I don't think we're quite all the way in it. We're like halfway in it.
Did this space.
Oh yeah,
See, right?
Uh-huh.
Right? It's totally different.
right on.
Somebody has
this was
protected this
good.
space because they. Because
I like it in here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep coming over here.
this is not bad either.
But I could take a
Your own space. You've just oppressed your will into this space, and you said, you know, this is my space. You've just staked your claim here, essentially. That I feel.
This is just.
I feel like one person's energy here very strongly, and you just sort of were able to root yourself and just say, "This is my space. Get out."
Mm-hmm.
Whereas in here, you did something to actually lock down the space.
It's weird in here. It's like a collapsed portal feeling.
Well, that's just
Kinda.
all the instruments. And when we're playing music in a room, it actually makes it better.
Mhm.
It kind of cleanses it in a way.
It's so interesting.
Yeah, the energy in here is
Yeah.
like an absence.
That's what I was just going to say.
An absence of
Silence.
yeah, it's like a deafening silence,
Yeah.
but like something was shut. Shut heart, like
In a good way.
yeah, yeah.
Nice.
What do you sense in here?
Somebody with a very strong presence, with a
Personality,
very
yeah.
strong personality, and said, you know, this is my space. You're not welcome here. Get out. No cleansing or anything per se. Just an oppression of will. Just saying.
Yeah.
Your assertiveness is just it's like shuts on. There was
Yeah.
going to be a portal in here. You're like
The music,
Really? I don't
the
think
music
so.
shuts it off.
The auto face recognition on the SLR kept trying to focus on something on the left on the wall here when I took a picture of the camera or the wall right about here. There's nothing really for it to focus on. It kept trying to focus on the left-hand side of the wall, which could just be a light bounce or something. There could be a lot of
or the
things.
guy standing there. You mean?
It could
You
just
mean
be
the guy
patchwork on
standing
the could be just patchwork on the wall that is trying to
Let me
focus
go
on
look.
it and all that. However, on this side of the wall, I go over here and it tries to focus on something on the right.
Oh, swell.
So your portal's right in here, and if you feel it,
It didn't do it.
you can actually feel it.
Hmm.
Oh no, I don't want to feel
Cotton-
it. It hurts.
Cotton candy, it's right
I'm
here.
good.
It's right in the corner.
It hurts like hell.
That's where it is.
It's painful.
That's right. I tried up there. I couldn't focus on there either.
Yeah, isn't that interesting? Ooh,
Yeah,
blur.
the auto,
It did that
auto
time.
doesn't even want to take a picture in that corner. You have to put it on program.
Huh.
I did. I just did.
Well, in
I
that.
still won't take a picture of the corner.
Mine's,
So
mine's
interesting.
There you go. Yeah.
Damn it! All of a sudden, I felt like the urge to just
Cringe.
duck and cringe. Yeah, that was a really weird
You
sensation.
got a bathroom.
It doesn't want to.
Pardon me, baby.
Ooh,
And there's a problem in here.
Oh, I haven't checked the bathroom yet.
Ooh, what is that?
I don't understand.
Always the damn bathroom.
Oh,
What? Oh God! Stop!
it's a watcher. Huh.
Oh, the cows!
she and Anne have been friends for most of their lives and have never had any like arguments to the point where they got like angry to the point where they called each other names. But she got to the point where she used profanity and slammed doors, stomped through the house, and then came back in later to explain to Anne that it didn't feel like it was like her normal like behavior, and that she felt like
No, because the thing jumped her because it
Yeah,
doesn't, it
that's
doesn't
because of
want
the
it
energy
doesn't
that's
want
in there.
us to come in and take it out. And whatever this I felt abused and hit and violently like attacked, and I felt like I wanted to duck and cringe in there in the bathroom, especially like I felt I had to run out of there. I felt scared in the bathroom.
Well, this was a group home at one point.
Oh.
Here's your sign.
Oh man.
I just it felt very horrifying in there, like somebody was trapped in there and like hit a lot in there.
Usually when paranormal investigators are coming, the occupants usually say something or they will know, and they're either gonna hide or
The spirits will
maybe-
either run from us or come and attack us, or both. The older man, I don't even know what he's got going on, but somebody in that bathroom, I don't know if that's residual energy of living people or if that's an actual entity in and of itself.
There must have been the guy I saw when I walked in the door.
It's
He was
almost
standing
like
right here. He
psychokinetic.
went that way.
It's like psychokinetic energy in the space.
Does anybody feel watched in there?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, very.
yeah.
No, that's why I kept doing like
Yes.
this, because I felt like
I feel like
felt
watched all over.
I was being leered at, like
Yeah.
in a very sexual
That's
way.
what I got. Yeah, like watched in the shower, especially.
Yes.
My son recently, the last time I asked him to come over here, I have partial custody of him. He explained he sleeps in the front room, and he explained that he just didn't know. And I said, why? He didn't want to come over, and I said, why? Is it somebody in the house? Is somebody here like bothering you or anything? And he said, there's just something wrong.
He's
I
just
don't
not
know."
comfortable.
And
Yeah.
he didn't feel right at all.
He's gifted too.
Oh yeah, he's very.
Well, kids are always a little more open too, so if they feel a little creeped out, they don't even know how to quantify it or put words to it. They just know they don't like it. So that makes sense.
Makes a
Now
lot of sense, yeah.
this place, like, it's got 1,000 emotions, and it's like the walls are dripping with everybody. Everybody who's ever been here. It's literally dripping down the walls to me.
There have been a lot of people who've lived in this house, even since I moved in like 7 years ago. I've had countless roommates and a lot of crazy stuff.
So everyone's
A
leaving.
lot of
their
residual
stuff,
on top
and
of
it's-
everything else.
I mean, honestly, anytime you even have guests over that make you feel a little wonky, you should probably smudge after they go. And also, if and when a roommate moves out, bless the whole house thoroughly.
Because
I
they
think
can
that
bring in energy
They can
too.
bring in energy. They
Yeah.
can leave energy. I think that's really important to do that every time. And I'm probably going to leave you with a little bit of information and tools on kind of like how to keep that sort of stuff up, because I believe it's going to be very important for you, especially in this space. And we're going to reboot the heck out of it, but you are going to have to smudge regularly because of what you are. You're never going to get away from this, so you're going to need to learn to be very comfortable with smudgeables and, and burnables and stuff. It's going to have to become your new best friend.
When from my beginnings here, about 9 months, actually almost a year ago, started off with some really interesting things like just lights flicking on, computer suddenly running. Like we had a movie playing on our computer. We're talking. We have this really deep intellectual conversation, and suddenly the computer stops playing.
It kind
And
of
we
goes
go-
like this and then just shuts down.
just
Yeah.
cut out completely,
Mhm.
and it's just paused on the computer. So we're going, okay, that was kind of weird, but you know, these things happen on Netflix. Sometimes it doesn't load all the way, sometimes it doesn't. So we just kind of discounted it as that. As we finish our conversation, before we can even reach to turn it on, it starts back up again
Yeah, by itself.
by itself. So we go, okay,
That's an odd
twice.
coincidence.
That's kind of really odd. So we, as we're like kind of trying to like process that, we're like, why don't we just go out for a cigarette? We need to go outside of the house and clear our heads. And when we stand up to go have our cigarette, it pauses again for us as we're walking out of the room. And that was the very first point where we thought that there might be something here. Then,
Well, and that seems more like almost a positive interaction, though, because they're trying to help you.
yeah, it seemed really
Not
nice
all hauntings
and,
are bad.
and helpful. But then we downloaded an app on my phone called the S.P.I.R.I.T. The S.P.I.R.I.T, it's kind of like the Oculus, where it picks out words out of
Yeah, I have it.
digital So
be wary of self-investigation of the home.
yeah. So what we decided to do was leave it on all night.
And decide to.
Well, no.
It was it.
We just
It
passed
just
out
somehow-
with it being
Yeah.
on time. We just,
It ended up being on
it
all night.
ended up being on all night, and at about 3 o'clock in the morning,
Yep, good timing.
it started making sense. And the one phrase that it said was "Lend me your soul, man." And then after that, it started saying "Sally House," and
Oh.
Sally was moving in. Not a week or two later.
Yeah. 2:59 a.m.
Probably not.
Because
Because
I didn't know if it was like actually something worth worrying about. But the next morning, when we discovered that, I started having some behavioral issues where I became really angry for no reason and was like that for about 7 months.
Wow.
Where I was very. She was going through a lot physically and emotionally, and I would get angry at her for being sick.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like I could not feel compassion, and it did not stop until we actually we went to her mother's house recently, and I started meditating.
Good.
And after my second time meditating, it actually like stopped, and I felt like
Oh,
I
thank
had
goodness.
control of myself.
Man.
For some really
something
long
was
time.
puppet mastering you.
It felt like it did not feel like my emotions were my own, and the control of myself was not authentic. And the way that I behaved and the way that I felt was not authentic to the person that I was. And I explained it to her as kind of being next to the pilot of a starship and watching it just run into asteroid after asteroid and
Yeah.
not being able to do anything about it.
Oh,
And so
yeah.
it was a very
That's-
traumatic experience.
that
but
happens.
from the meditation and from the time that I took away from here to kind of like self cleanse, I've learned a way to kind of control that kind of energy.
That's
And
important.
You're still at risk, unfortunately, which is something we have
It's
to
a
kind
daily,
of.
it's a daily thing for me. I
Yeah.
Yeah, this space is really difficult.
because I have to make that time for myself now. I know that as it's a responsibility to myself. But it was something that really, really frightened me. And we thought, honestly, that it could be situational for me, that maybe it was something subconsciously, until we had the experience with Cassie, the roommate who's in the room with a portal, the closet, where she snapped on Anne and used profanity, slamming through the house, slamming doors, screaming out loud, and then came in and had the experience that she had. What you said about them focusing on her
Yeah.
has been definitely right, and I've been there to witness a lot of it, and it's
yeah.
been really kind of enough for me to call you guys.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you did because,
We're very
dang.
glad that you did because it's running roughshod over her and
It's
I can,
not right.
I can see it. It seems like it torments her, attacks her physically and mentally and spiritually and in her sleep and in her dreams.
Actually, she was explaining to me that before she even moved into this house, she had been having dreams
Oh man.
of ghosts, and they
God.
while it's been here, it's been just
Yeah,
like that.
it makes sense
It's
because she's the lighthouse.
Yeah.
always-
And they're so fixated and that's not okay. I mean, we're gonna have to get you some coping mechanisms, and so obviously we'll reboot the space and push a lot of the negativity out. But this is gonna be a work in progress. Learn about your gifts. You'll have to take classes. Research on different metaphysical shops, places. People, you can reach out to people teaching you a little bit about Reiki and other stuff that can really kind of get you back in gear. It's a blessing to have this gift, but not to be overrun by it.
Right here
Yeah.
is where one of the circles had started.
Weird. It just
it disappeared, and it kind of looks like there's more kind of starting to
Just
form
little,
right
like-
there.
little circles.
Little swirls, and I don't know what causes it. I honestly don't. And
Is
nobody.
that
in the-
one of them right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, they just start. They like the main one that came through at first was right here.
Here's the circle. Almost looks like a hoof print, like a, but it's swirl like a crop
Those are
circle.
new. Those are new. They're right where you're standing is where the first one was,
Okay.
and it was a little bit more like
Perfect.
Yeah, perfect than those. It was actually down.
Said clean, like completely clean up any of this grass.
And then
Like,
now there's a new one there.
Circular marks in it. Yeah.
They're like mini crop circles.
That's so odd.
Weird out here. Very weird. Both John and I picked up some sort of incident right here,
Yeah.
and that they moved this way and collapsed on the side of the house. is what we both kind of feel. Some kind of violent event.
Somebody had their guts ripped out.
Yeah, I feel really sick. Really
Yeah.
sick.
God darn it. It's not good. Can't breathe. It's just terrible.
Oh man. That's some deadness.
Some serious deadness. Oh, God.
Kind of bubble a little more.
Yep.